Good morning. Welcome back. Today I'm meeting up with Carrie and Doug at the Big Qualicum Fish Hatchery for a ride. As I drive over the Hump and past Angel Rock on this somewhat treacherous highway, I realize this highway hasn't changed much since 1907. It took extensive blasting to create a tunnel through this rock. This area would eventually be known as Angel Rock. The highway also passes by Cathedral Grove and winds along Horne Lake. In 1940, the road was blasted once more to allow for logging trucks and larger vehicles to pass. On November 18, 1948, hunters across the lake heard a big crash. Angel Rock had fallen and the tunnel gave away. No one was injured as it happened early in the morning and there weren't very many travelers. In 1977, more blasting happened to widen the road. In the summer of 2023, a forest fire on the Cameron Bluffs above Angel Rock forced the closure of the highway for over 2 months. The residents of Port Alberni had to use the secondary gravel highway, which took over 4 hours. There are many stories of how Angel Rock got its name. Many believe it was because a group of churchgoers passed through the tunnel just before it collapsed.
Wow.
Finally, Doug.
Finally, I got my mug.
Malcolm Island.
Malcolm Island.
Doing out here today? Rain. We picked the best days to come and ride, but you know, if we wait for a ride, we'll never get out here.
That's right. There was this lady and she was on her way back to Port Alberni. And she was driving along Cameron Lake, and she was always a little bit freaked out by the lake because it has all these stories and stuff. And she was driving along, and just before she came to the corner where Angel Rock is, this tree came down right across the road. She had lots of time to slow down and stop, and they were able to move the log off the road. And she continued on, and just around the corner there was a huge, like, 7-car pileup, and she probably would have died if that log had come down and saved her life. So that's why she called it the Angel of Mercy Rock from then on.
And then somebody put, like, wrote Jesus Saves on that rock. Is that part of it?
That's all totally part of it. Yeah, Angel of Mercy, it's Jesus Saves, yeah. I mean, even if you're not a believer, even if you're an atheist, there's still something to the story, you know? And I think that she had this kind of like, she had a feeling something, she had a bit of a premonition. She thought something wasn't quite right that day, so she was driving quite slowly, and it just, it happened. It saved her life. The Angel Rock saved her.
That hill doesn't get any easier.
I think it was easier last year.
Oh my God.
Yes, I think they made it steeper somehow.
But also Doug said it's because we're in like heavy rain gear and soaked and beginning of the season. But yeah.
Season, conditions.
So we just rode the Big Qualicum Fish Hatchery service road again. 10 kilometers here to the Yellow Gate. And the last kilometer is uphill, and we don't like it very much. But it's good training because Doug, Carrie, and I are going in the Campbell River cross country race.
What is it called?
What is it called? I can't remember. I'll write it down in the bottom.
River.
I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go in that race next month, and you know, we've had so much rain. Well, first of all, there's freezing and frost and snow and stuff like that, and then it's been torrential rain, so yeah, we haven't been riding as much as probably should have, but yeah, so we're gonna do that. So that's why we have to like do these rainy day rides now, because the countdown is on, and you know, we can't stop. We can't keep mucking around, so we gotta do it. Yeah.
But literally, we are mucking around.
yeah, literally. Good one, Carrie. Good one.
We found a human heart in a bag.
There's something really gross in this bag right here.
It's a donor bag. How she's doing a close up. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. It's kind of creepy. So Yeah, we're just gonna get the heck out of here, like right now. Oh my God, the heck is that? Let's get out of here. Okay, here we are on Horne Lake Road now. Pretty mucky, rainy. I mean, what can you expect? It's been raining torrentially for all winter. Sorry, you're looking up my nose. Wow, it's really slimy on this road. Can't imagine it's very busy right now. Nobody wants to go out here boating on this miserable day, but actually, maybe there are. You guys hear that?
What, Judy?
It sounded like...
Still crying?
Loch Ness Monster. Sasquatch?
Sounded like a grunt of a bear.
Oh, what?
A grunt.
A grunt of a bear.
That was a dog.
That was me going uphill.
Oh, was it? Or was it you grunting? Ah. Okay, fine.
One day my son and I, we were driving in a car along the banks of the Cameron Lake, and it's very windy. A lot of people don't like it. You go past Angel Rock, and I always heard these stories about a monster that lives, like a Loch Ness monster or a caddy, like Cadbury Bay kind of thing. And there's always been this story about an underground spring between Horne Lake going over to Cameron Lake, right, and perhaps even connecting all the way to the ocean. So like, who knows what lives in there, right? So we're riding along, and my son, I said to my son, you know, keep an eye out just in case. Every time we go by, we watch, right? We can see little wave patterns and stuff. And just, you can never, you know, you should always have your eyes open just in case. And he said, Dad, look at that. And I'm like, I'm driving. I can't look, I'm driving now. So we pull over the side of the road, we get out, and we look out over the water. And I said, no, it's just waves, it's just waves. There's no boats. This is like in the middle of winter. It was fairly calm, but then all of a sudden this kind of, it's like the water was kind of getting pushed up. And it was almost like, how do I explain it? If you ever seen like an orca, you know, just as an orca breaches and the water kind of separates, it was kind of like that, but it didn't look like any kind of a fish I'd ever seen. It was definitely something that was alive, and it came up and it was moving, and it was kind of rounded, and it did this like this little loop like this, and it kind of went back up.
And I saw that car go through the puddle.
I know.
And I gave him one of these.
Oh, did you?
I used all my fingers.
That's the real restraint.
Congratulations. That was wicked good.
Thank you.
Good luck here for the
Judy, I was protecting you over here.
Well, we had a fun ride. We're back at the fish hatchery. Got soaked. We didn't make it to Esary Lake, but that's okay. We rode about, I don't know, 31 kilometers. Had a fun ride, and yeah, we're soaked. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit about some history in British Columbia, Vancouver Island, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Bye. There it is right there. Perfect.
And then it looked over me and said, hey dude, what's happening, want to party?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Was that Sean?
It was Sean.